You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Black versus Rockmore.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Mr. Black, you say you're here today to finally prove that you are not the biological father of 4-month-old Javion Black.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say when the results reveal you are not the father, you no longer want the child to have your last name.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Rockmore, you say you are 100% sure Mr. Black is your son's biological father and you are completely disgusted by his rejection of your innocent child.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Black, are you indeed rejecting Ms. Rockmore's child?
Yes, Your Honor.
And why?
When I met Miss Rockmore, we had sex on the first night. I got to know her, and when I was getting to know her, her ex was still involved, and I believe he still got something to do with her while we was trying to get to know each other, and I don't know what they had going on, but I mean, that's one of my doubts.
Take me back. How'd you meet her?
I met her walking around my apartment complex. She was with some mutual friends.
Okay.
And I thought she was very attractive, and I talked to her. We exchanged numbers. We got to know each other a little better on that evening, and then we had sexual contact later on that night.
Same night you saw her walking around the parking lot?
Yes, ma'am.
So was this sex protected?
No, ma'am, it wasn't.
Miss Rockmore, how do you end up having sex with somebody unprotected after you just walking around an apartment complex?
It was just more because I really liked him.
Tell me.
It was just more because I really was attracted to him when I first seen him. Like, I was just instantly attracted to him when I first seen him. Yeah, I shouldn't have had sex with him the first night, but, you know, it happened.
So bottom line is you did, and there was no protection used?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you having sex with anyone else at the time?
No, Your Honor, I wasn't.
Were you in a relationship with anybody?
No, Your Honor, I wasn't.
Mr. Black, so why are you doubtful? She says she didn't even know anybody else, have sex with anybody else. She wasn't even dating anybody else.
I'm doubtful because at the time I was there and I was talking to her, that period of time, I seen her ex involved with her. And so, I mean, I don't know if she's capable of having sex with me.
So you said you saw her with her ex?
Yes, ma'am. He walked past me while I was at her house talking to her, and he went and took her to the store.
How'd you know it was her ex?
I knew it was her ex because she told me. That's
okay.
That's the last person she had intercourse with.
So if he came by and they went to the store, what would make you think they were even having sex? Was he just giving her a ride to the store?
No, I don't know what it was. It wasn't none of my business at the time. But I mean, you know, I didn't think me and her would have no baby later on. And her ex, I don't know what they had going on, but I didn't think we was in a relationship. I thought we was just talking.
And so when you were talking, was this during the window of conception? Because you were doing more than talking since you standing here now. Was this during the window of conception?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm trying to understand the doubt, Mr. Black, because you say, I'm doubtful that the child could be mine, even though I slept with her during the window of conception without protection because I saw her ex come and they went to the store. That's not a good argument for court. I need you to come better than that.
Yes, ma'am. What it is, I saw her ex involved in her life. I believe that a man's not gonna be involved in your life unless he's doing something for you and he's expecting something in return.
So now give me more details. When you say you saw her ex involved in her life, besides this going to the store, what else did you observe?
I didn't observe nothing from him because I wasn't around her like that. That's where my doubt come from. I didn't stay with her, I didn't live with her.
Okay, hold on. Now see, the story's changing. You just said the reason why you were doubtful is because you saw her ex involved in her life, and if someone's doing things for you, they want something in return.
Yes, ma'am.
But the only thing you witness is them go to the store.
Yes, ma'am, but that's her baby daddy. So
could he have been coming to see his child?
No, ma'am, he couldn't be coming to see his child because his child wasn't in the car with him. His child was nowhere around them at the time I was there.
Bottom line is this. You're talking to a girl,
yes,
meaning
ma'am.
you all are having a casual sexual relationship or whatever you all doing at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
So when her ex comes around, is she standing with you before she goes to the store?
No, ma'am, she wasn't. I was just there. I was outside. She told me before he came over there, but my thing was, why is he coming over here? If I'm your man, I'm supposed to be your man, why are you asking him for something? Why don't you ask me? If you did need something, if you are going to the store.
Well, you said you were her man. You all were just talking.
We was talking, but we was getting to know each other.
You know, you all not gonna confuse me today.
I need loyalty in my
Now,
life.
do you? But what is she loyal to? You're not in a relationship.
You gotta show me you loyal. You gotta show me
She
you
has
loyal.
a child with this guy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what if they needed to do something for their child?
She needed to tell me first.
But you're not her.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're not her boyfriend.
No, I'm not her boyfriend, but I'm.
So what does she have to get permission for you to go do something with her child's father?
If she want me to be her man, then she's gonna be loyal to me and let me know everything that go on.
So the point is you felt like at that point you all were trying to get to know one another. You weren't committed yet.
Exactly.
But in the midst of us getting to know one another, you coming and getting picked up with your ex, and you felt like just keep everything on the table. Say, this is my ex. He's coming to pick me up because we need to do blah, blah, blah.
Yes,
or I'm doing, you felt like there was a little bit too much mystery, which made you feel like the lines could be a little blurred.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So now, Ms. Rockmore, at some point you find out you're pregnant.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And when you find out you're pregnant, who do you tell?
The first person that I told was my mom, and that's because she went to the doctor with me. As soon as I left the doctor, I called Mr. Black to let him know that I was pregnant. And at the time, he didn't believe me until I showed him a sonogram picture. Then that's when he believed me.
So when you heard about the pregnancy, Mr. Black, she says you were doubtful, were you?
Yes, ma'am, I was doubtful. It was a month later. I got a calendar showing the time periods of where we had our intercourse and the time period she showed me she was pregnant. She could have had sex with anybody from August to September.
Jerome, let me see this. The window of conception, this in green, when you were intimate with Ms. Rockmore, that was pretty much the whole month of July.
Yes, ma'am. The whole month of July, we was having intercourse, and that's when we met and we were talking. And I mean, like I said, we didn't talk very long. I thought we was just talking. Once she showed me she was unloyal to me, or she wouldn't let me know everything that was going on, I left. I left Palestine, Texas, and I was gone.
So in the blue, it says you moved to Dallas on August the 3rd.
Yes, ma'am.
And then in red, you see September, you were informed that she was pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
And then in yellow, we see the birth date, Javion's birthday, it's the 15th.
Yes, ma'am. The times don't add up.
So what exactly are you trying to prove?
I'm trying to prove that he is not my child.
And how does this calendar help you in that proof?
It helps me in that way of showing you the time frame that we did have sex. She was on her period from the 21st to the 28th, and we had sex on the 30th one time. And she came to me on the 26th saying that she was pregnant. Between July 30th and September 26th, she could have had sex with anybody.
So you're claiming that the window of conception would have been between July 30th?
Yes, ma'am.
And when?
And I'm gonna say August 3rd. I wasn't around her, Your Honor, all the time. I didn't have to keep my eye on her or watch her. We were just talking. It wasn't that serious, but I wanted her to show me loyalty.
Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. So you believe there's no way based on this calendar that you are the father?
Yes, ma'am. Ain't no way I can be the father at all.
I may not be an OBGYN.
Yes, ma'am.
I was pretty good at math.
Mm-hmm.
I'm counting back and I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
I land in July.
But that's around the same time that her ex was involved. That's around the same time that I was seeing him.
Okay, I was just being clear because your testimony said that between the 30th and in August, she could have slept with anybody. So I'm saying, but she was sleeping with you throughout the month of July. And that seems to be closer to the window of conception.
Yes, ma'am, it is. But, you know, I mean, at the same time, I can't watch her. I can't say who she was sleeping with. If I slept with her one day, who's to say somebody else didn't come behind me and hit it too?
And so, Ms. Rockmore, did he help you at all during the pregnancy? Did he support you? Did he come to doctor's appointments?
He didn't help me at all. I went to every doctor's appointment by myself. Thing is, like, how can you deny him when you named him? You gave him your middle name. You gave him your last name.
So you gave him the last name Black. Did you sign the birth certificate?
No, ma'am, I'm not on any birth certificate.
But you just gave him the name.
I didn't give him the name. She gave him the name. I didn't agree to anything. She put my name on a hospital birth certificate. She gave him my name. I'm just doubtful all over, Your Honor. I mean, all I really wanted to do in the beginning was have sex anyway. That's all it was. It was just a one-time thing that happened, and a baby came out of it, which is a blessing, but at the same time, I need to know if he's mine. I'm not trying to sit here and be pinned for somebody's other baby.
And so, to date, he hasn't been there for the child?
No, Your Honor.
So your feeling is, I'm not connecting myself to this child, I'm not contributing a dime, I'm not doing anything that would remotely look like I'm stepping up to the plate as a father for this baby until I know for certain that it's mine.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Rockmore, in your statement to the court, you say it's been difficult.
Yes, Your Honor. Very difficult.
Tell me about that.
Like, throughout my whole pregnancy, I was sick to the point I was in and out of the hospital. I spent days in the hospital. I had to quit my job, you know, just because that's how sick I was. I had to quit my job. I was having to ask my family for money and everything like that.
And so since he's born, what has it been like?
Like, I just recently got a job. So it's been like very, very hard.
And how are you doing for childcare? Because I know that's expensive.
Yes, well, my boss, he helps me. He helps me out a lot with the childcare. So I've been grateful for that. So I've been doing okay with the childcare.
And so as you reach out to Mr. Black and talk to him about the child's needs, and this is the kind of responses you're getting every time?
Yes, Your Honor.
I see you brought a witness. I'd like to hear from her. Ma'am, please stand and step up to the podium. And your name?
I'm Miss Black.
You're Ms. Black?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are?
I'm his mother.
You are Mr. Black, the plaintiff's mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so I would love to hear what you know about this situation, given the side of the aisle you're standing on.
Well, Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm his mom, and I am very disappointed. I'm outraged that he would go this far to bring this young lady to court to prove that's his son. I'm here with her because I do believe that's my grandson. I raised my son better than that, to degrade women. If you're good enough to lay with that woman, then you're good enough to be there for that woman. So, you know, I'm just from the old school. So come step up to the plate, do what you gotta do.
And so, Ms. Black,
Yes, ma'am.
have you developed a relationship with Javion? Have you seen the baby?
Of course, yes,
You
ma'am,
have.
Your Honor, I love him, and he, to me, he's my grandson, whether he passed the test or not. He looks like my other son. He looks like Richard's three girls, and that's my grandson.
Mr. Black, how does
Yes, Your
it
Honor.
feel to hear your mother
It feels.
speak so confidently about the fact that she really believes that's her grandson?
It feels a little bad, but I mean, you know, a mother. I mean, I feel like she should be on my side just because of the fact that she's mine. She's my mother, but at the same time, I can't say. I mean, her being my mom. I mean, we got children. I got 3 girls. I don't think he looks nothing like my daughters. I don't think he looks nothing like me. I mean, I got a wife at home. I'm engaged. I don't need these problems. And I'm trying to see if he is mine or if he's not mine, because this has turned up my relationship at home. I'm trying to move forward with my life and what I got going. He's not the only child, if he is mine, that I have. So I got 3 girls to take care of and him. So, you know, I'm trying to stop all the problems right here today. That's why I came to paternity court.
Good, good. And at this point, I think the only way to move forward is to get the results. Are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
But, Your Honor, that could be his first son. You know, that could be his first son, my first grandson. And like I say, whether the test reveal it or not, he's still my grandson.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Black v. Rockmore, when it comes to 4-month-old Javion Black. It has been determined, Mr. Black, you are the father.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Well, there's a saying that mom knows best.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Feel
I'm so
emotional?
happy. I knew he was my grandson. You know, mothers know.
But Your Honor, I had to know for sure.
So now you have the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
What are you gonna do with it? Because that's really what this courtroom is about.
I'm gonna take
How are
care
you
of my
gonna move
son.
forward?
I'm gonna take care of my son and do what I need to do.
Good. And I see the tears. You feel emotional because now what,
Yeah.
did you just realize in that moment that you have a son?
Yes, ma'am. He is mine. I'm proud of it. I mean, you know, that's my boy. I'm gonna take care of him just like I take care of my girls. They all get spoiled.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll be glad to have him over on the weekends with the other grandkids.
And that's just where he belongs, over at Grandma's house, getting loved up on, doing probably a few little things he's not supposed to do, eating way too much cake. We all know how that is, but that's what every child deserves. I'm so very happy for you all. He's a beautiful, beautiful
Thank
little
you.
boy.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
Court
you.
is adjourned.
Thank you.
I feel great. I feel proud. I mean, I feel like a father really should. I mean, what man wouldn't? Every man deserves a son. Every woman deserves a girl. You know, we all gotta keep populating this world. It just depends on who is the father and who isn't. You just got to know. You can't be thinking and wondering, because that'll drive you crazy as a man. So to all the fellas out there with problems like this, you need to come take care of it.